Hi everyone, my name is Wawa and this is Nation Wars King of the Sea tournament. Now we're gonna be watching the matches, a series of matches between Team Singapore and Team Philippines, and this will be match number one between Tagan spawning here as the blue Protoss and Davsp spawning as the pink Protoss, or is that purple? Nah, it's pink. Pink Terran spawning here at the 7 o'clock position. So this is the game number one of the Singapore versus Philippines leg, and it is gonna be played here in the map Debris Field. Now this map, I could tell you guys that it is already a curveball for these players because this map, you don't really see this map usually in the map pool, especially in tourneys like this, because this map is actually an island map. If you guys can see here, you can't really go anywhere without flying by air. So yeah, it's pretty hard to control this map. You need air control to dominate this map if you want to win. As you see that there are two Selnaga towers in the middle of the map, and there are also four harvesting locations in the center of the map. So central or control of the center map is pretty crucial, especially if you want to win a macro game, which is usually the case if you are going to be playing an air control game or an island map matchup. So we might see late game tactics here from these two players. Now yeah, there are four spawning locations in this map, so you can't really tell where this guy or your enemy will be spawning, and it's gonna be a hard scout. Maybe at least after the first 5 minutes, that's where they're gonna be finding where the enemy is spawning. As we see right here from Tagan, going for the basic opening 4 Protoss, 12 gateway to a cybernetic core, and also for Davsp. Oh, it's pretty different. He already has 2 gases, which is, I think, very smart of him because he is gonna need those gas to get those higher units or air units that he needs. And also the barracks here being built in a very weird position. Maybe he's gonna be lifting it off and gonna be landing it some in one of these maps, islands. That's for sure. Now I did do some research between these two players, and I found out that Tagan here, representing Team Singapore, is ranked 53 in the region, in the C region, and Davsp is ranked 305, and he is representing the Philippines. As we see him getting a factory, that's very good. I think he's kind of behind a bit in the building count, but not really. And we're gonna see a robotics facility here from Tagan, so he's gonna be planning to do some drops here, and he's gonna be getting some more prisms. That's for sure. And we should see more gateways from him as he is gonna be doing those drops pretty soon. And we see this barracks here by Davsp, gonna be finding out where Tagan's spawning location is, and he is pretty lucky that he found it really quick, as he's gonna be able to find out what Tagan is up to, and he's gonna know that Tagan is gonna be planning for a drop and is chrono boosting that cybernetics core warp gate technology. And let's see what's happening here at Davsp's location. He is getting 2 starports, ladies and gentlemen, and he might go for some banshees early on, or he might just go for some drops also, but he doesn't have his barracks right now, so might be able to go for those Vikings, I guess. He is going for a reactor for one of those starports, and he should be getting some banshees really soon also. Now this is pretty dangerous right now for Tagan, as he is not gonna be able to counter any of those flying units of Davsp because he doesn't have any army right now. No army composition as of yet, as we see Davsp here making 3 Vikings already. So we are gonna see early harassments right now from Davsp, but those warp gate technology is being completed and 3 warp gates are being done. So backup here isn't really gonna be an issue for Tagan, as he's gonna be able to call them down really quick. And let's look at the unit stab right now. There is 21 harvesters for Tagan, as to 24 SCVs for Davsp, but there is a warp prism around. I don't know where it is. Where is that warp prism? Oh, it's already here at the top of Davsp's base, and he is gonna be warping in some of those gate units. So 2 zealots and 4 stalkers are gonna be harassing this mineral line, and Davsp doesn't really have any units here to counter off this attack, except for this one Viking right here and the second one, as one of those Vikings is gonna go down. And are we gonna see some Banshees real soon? No, we're not really gonna see any Banshees. So this is gonna be a big trouble for Davsp right here. It could be GG already for Davsp, as he is not really expecting this really early harassment from Tagan, as his Viking is gonna land and he's gonna try to fend off 2 of these stalkers as it goes down, and 1 more Viking will gonna be able to go down. Good microwing by Tagan, pulling back one of those weaker units, and Davsp here is really in a big pile of shit right now, as he is down to 5 harvesters, and one of them is mining the gas right now. It's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen, as he really doesn't do any damage here in Tagan's base. Everything still looks okay, nothing really broken down, and he is going to be carrying out more backups and going to be transferring them to Davsp's base. And Davsp right now is just going to be stalling for time. He knows that he has lost his game already, and he knows that he has a scout here in the Tagan's base, and it's going to be a quick game. Wow, pretty surprising. I thought it would be a longer game at least, or at least going for a 10-minute mark. Didn't even reach the 10-minute mark. Wow, good play by Tagan. A pretty surprised Davsp, as we could say. Didn't really expect that. And that's it for game number 1. Game number 2 coming right up. So it's now 1-0 for Tagan, leading Davsp.